Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Off. Last time we left off, I was a little bit confused about where exactly I was going and everything. So we're gonna head back into the smoke mines and see if there's anything else for me to do there, as they've mentioned. Because they told me to go back and I still haven't totally cleared the mines of all the specters, I don't think. Go back to the mines, yeah. So we're gonna head back in and I probably won't show like every single fight that I get into. I'm going to try to escape from all of them, but if I can escape, I'll do it. But I'll only show if I like get a level up or something. Wait, what is this? What did that do? If anything, it may have been something I just pulled before, but I don't quite remember. Because there were some blocking things over here, as blocks are known to do. So I'm wondering if maybe that got rid of something. I might have just missed that switch on the wall. Because yeah, I can't remember if I remember doing something with that. So let's check. Because I think this is about where we were blocked off. Converted string. I got more Belial's meat. Yeah, they're down now. Okay, cool. So that's what I missed. Okay, we found that relatively quickly then. I had just started my rounds just walking through everything, and I was like, oh god, how many level ups am I about to get from this? Luckily not too bad, though. Alright. Hello. Characters are starting to pile up, aren't they? What I'm saying is that the average player isn't asking for all this complicated, tedious dialogue. There should be more action and fewer questions. Who are you? I'm Zachary, the traditional items merchant that's necessary in every video game. Whenever you go somewhere, you'll find I showed up just before you got there. But enough small talk. I'm not one of those protagonists you have to listen to for hours. So why not let me see the color of your credits? Interesting, okay. Luck ticket, Moloch's meat, cures poison. I don't have any. Analyze the enemy's characteristics. Eyes seem pretty useful. Herald Bat? Equipped, yeah. Audacious symbol. Aura of Justice. Nicholas Tunic. Radius Epidermis. Bits of equipment 2 for add-ons. Okay, so this is like an accessory and... Okay. I mean, I don't need the eye because I can just use the batter for that, but I'll grab like 5 of them. Sure. Aura of Justice. Okay, so this is equipable by either of us. So definitely get that. The batter will equip it. And then I can get this for alpha. Okay, so we are fully equipped. Ooh, not that many. I'll buy a few more luck tickets. The fact that you're selling something that cures poison makes me feel like I should have it. Alright. Thank you very much. Are we about to have our first boss fight? Is that what's about to happen? I feel like that might be the case. What? How? Where did you come from? Came from the smoke mines. But how? What? But that's impossible. The lamps don't even work in there. You can't... Faith guides my steps. Faith? My mission is to purify the mines. Seems the ghosts are especially numerous here. The specters? What is this place? Hello. More diagrams. You are here at the Shashihara Plastic Administration in the north of Zone 1. Shashihara? Shashihara? Interesting. The first picture looked like the old, like, I forget exactly which time period it would have been, but there was a time period where like there were always like a ton of women specifically working in like call centers and also like lined up working on typewriters and stuff. It kind of reminded me of that visual. I'm guessing that would have been like, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing like 20s or something. I'm guessing possibly a little bit later after that. It's been a long time since I had my class on the 20s. 20s is specifically when flappers came about, so. Our job is to fill out all these forms. Afterwards, we pack them, tie them up with string, and forward them to the couriers. There, they ship the bundles, and in exchange, we receive shipments full of plastic. There's a lot of liquid plastic, which forms our lakes and oceans, and then there's solid plastic too, which is used to make various objects. Okay, so much like the metal, the discarded bits are used to make the ground that you walk on, and then the actual refined bits are used to make other things. So our air is made out of smoke, our water is made out of plastic, and our ground is made out of metal. Okay. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. Because without plastic, the world would have no limits, and people would keep walking and walking and never stop. But you hunt the specters, really? I mean, it's not as confirmed of a theory because of metal not technically being a negative thing, but the idea that our air is smoke, and that is like, you know, air quality and stuff, and especially in like larger cities and things, like there can just be a ton of smoke in the air that can cause issues, and unfortunately, especially with wildfires becoming more rampant now due to climate change and everything, that's becoming more of a reality, that our air just has more smoke in it. But also, the ocean specifically and water being plastic makes sense as well, since plastic in the ocean and just microplastics in general are kind of a big deal right now. But you hunt the specters, really? Yes, purifying the zone. The specters, I know where they come from. They all come from the Postal Service. Postal Service? That's where they mail out all the completed forms. Problem is that, nobody can remember what floor it's on. We were just gonna purify the mines, and now I've purified a barn, and now the Postal Service? My office is in the basement because there wasn't any space on the higher floors, I guess. Take the elevator, choose your Okay, let's start with the ground floor. Reception. Form 94333, stamp 2680. Form 23210. Okay, they're just saying form and stamps. They're doing a lot of processing. Is that all of you have to say? One of you's gonna say something different. One of you. I knows it. I can't even get to all of you. Somebody? One of you say something different. Come on! Oop, I can't get to these. I just have to walk around to the bottom of the screen. So maybe that means no, I still don't think I can get over there. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Hello. Here's the Postal Service. Should I be leaving yet? Okay, so this is just, yeah, the tram. That will take me to all the different places. I want to explore the rest of this, though. Okay, what happens if we just do 2? Floor 10788. Various offices. Uh-huh. Come here, you. Yeah, even if they're walking around, they still just say that. Sorry, hiccup. Yeah. I mean, I have the urge to talk to every character because I do that in, like, every RPG I play. But... doesn't seem like much is changing here. I'm sure there's, like, one character that if I talk to them, they're not going to be saying this. But I have no idea where they would be. Or which one it would be. Alright. Take the elevator. So, this was like 10,000, so let's do like 12,000, because it seems like it just takes you to the next available floor, basically. Floor 79,870. This just looks like a direct copy of the floor I was just on. Okay. Alright. Never mind then. So we just go to the roof. Well, first let's try 80. Since that was 79. 33. Okay, so yeah, if you put any number between those, it just puts you on a random one. So let's just 9999 it. 9. An extra 9, please. Hello. How you doing? Gracious heavens, you again. You're decidedly unavoidable. One might even believe he was being followed. Yet your footsteps do not deceive you, for this place could certainly use the sacred blows of your holy bat. Perhaps you already know that the floor of this building housing the administration's postal service is haunted by ectoplasms. Finding the floor from which these intangible creatures originate in order to slay them would be most judicious. Perhaps the task before you stretches too wide for your narrow mind. If that's so, I may perhaps be able to provide you with advice. No thanks, some help would be welcome. No thanks. While I salute your tenacity, I will not forget your insufferable arrogance. So there is some way to potentially get in here. I'm trying to think of, like, numbers that may be associated with, like, ghosts. This is more associated with hell. So I don't think this will be it, but... I mean, it also isn't just the 3 6s. It isn't the devil's number, it was 5, but... Alright, sit here and think for a second. Is there... some potential way that we've seen that I would possibly be able to get there? Is it a particular form? That they're... because their forms are also in the same limit, basically, as this elevator. I'm not sure. It feels like the game is just giving me the answer there, but it might also be what it wants me to do. I'm sure there's a way you could figure it out on your own, though. Alright, I'll ask for help. Will the final verdict be handed down soon? The employees here are certainly in need of your muscular wrists. Oh, I can't even get the hint anymore. Oh, it's a one-time deal. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, we've locked myself in. Office annex. My office is in the basement. We're in any space on the higher floors. Okay. Huh. We may have made a small mistake. What's a number that would be associated with the Postal Service? Oh god, my brain's going so many different directions. I've like looked at the configuration of people right here, and I was like, wait, is that making a number? Is that making an 8? And then I looked at the windows, and I was like, wait a second, are there 5 windows? So maybe there's a number that flashes in the windows, but no, there's 4 windows, so that idea was dumb immediately. But yeah, I'm attempting. Probably massively overthinking it already, but... Queen's General has an office here, but his real home is in... oh my... There's no reason for me to get... on here? I don't think so. Because we need to solve this, because that just goes back to the previous places that we were in. There's the plastic ocean. There's also these 4 things, but I don't know what I would do with them. So I've tried talking to these characters to see if there's anything that with like anything that they say, and it seems like each time you talk to them it just changes. So I don't think there's anything important here. I'm going to continue talking to them, but I don't think there's anything. Ooh, wait, this one doesn't change. This one doesn't change. That one stays the same every time. Form 2584, stamp 10258. All the people in this room say the exact same thing. But these still say random stuff. Okay. So only that room has consistency? Yeah, that's the only room with consistency. Okay, so 2584, 10258, 10258? Let's try that. That doesn't feel right. 258. But please? Yes! That was actually it. Okay. Cool. Alright, I was thinking way too much about it. I was like looking at things visually in the environments because I checked like a bunch of different things in the elevator. Like I tried a bunch of different numbers across the various 10,000s and stuff. I tried every single 10,000 to see if like maybe if I put in 50,000 it specifically takes me to a like 50,000th floor that gets me somewhere. I was looking at the windows, I was examining the numbers that all the characters on the various office floors gave me. I was trying my damnedest. And then I was like, alright, well let's look back at the floors that aren't random to see if there's anything. No one. And I'm really glad we found that because I boldly said no to the hint. And then was sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, I might have to look this up now. Which would be a bummer after saying no to the hint. But we managed to get there, and I had enough time just to sit here and rub my face against it until I figured it out. Which is nice. I'm the batter. We're the phantoms. I'm very afraid. Help me. Oh. Oh my. Rupture use mandatory overtime? No. I've been through mandatory overtime enough. Get out of here. God, look at this. Look at this look outside creature. Where this game would have come first, so it's more like look at this off creature. I just love weird creature designs like this. Oh my god. 30 credits. But it reminds me of something from Look Outside, since that's one of the more recent things that I've played. Although that is obviously newer than this. Maybe it's his suit that is taking control of his brain. Strange. Yeah, that was weird. It was definitely weird. I'm feeling a little bit low health after that. Don't mind me. 0.5th floor? And a half? 10,258 and a half floor? Let's see. Something strange is written on this form. First version, they lie 6 feet under, surrounded by hot metal and liquid plastic. Huh? Is this talking about burial rites? First version, they lie 6 feet under, surrounded by hot metal and liquid plastic. Interesting. Okay. Second version, they are 8, and they have long beards. They watch what is happening from their high silver spears? Oh, that is weird. Okay, one second. I've mentioned before that I would... Oh god. Oh god. Burnt. Are you burnt out? Is that the insinuation here? You look pretty burnt out from your office job. I'm thinking that's the insinuation. They're burnt out from office work. Alright, bye. Got a luck ticket, thank you. So, what I wanted to do was get pictures of these. And maybe we can re-look at this later and have additional context later in the game for what this could potentially mean. Is this like... They are 8? They have long beards? They watch what is happening from their high silver spheres? This almost feels like some sort of like ideas about religion or the creation of this world or something. Like, it seems like they're defining deities almost, especially the 8 with the beards that watch from their silver sphere. That feels very, very, very much like a deity. Alright, boom. Thanks, Alpha. There's just a lot of weird stuff going on in this game. Like the fact that... Wait, I can take either of those? So I can get back down into this room now. If I go this way, yeah. This gives me the treasure. An aura of justice has been... Oh god, we hit the thing. I bought out the shop, but we were going to pick up the equipment anyway. I don't have any defensive 3. But yeah, I have a spare aura of justice now. I mean, I guess I can sell it. So it's not entirely useless. Or if I get another party member, I can throw it on them. Alright, it's fine. More. Hello? Third version. A single big insect whose mandibles spit meat. Yeah, what if these are like... Oh god, what is that? Tibers? 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 What a weird creature. Oh, they don't die in one hit either. Okay, they don't do a lot of damage though. So that's pretty ideal. Okay, that's enough to kill it. Love how jazzy this music is. Quite nice. So what does converted string do? Special attack with average impact. Yeah, convert my strings, please. Ooh, you know spite. Like the Pokemon ability. Metal attack. Boom. I still haven't done the fierce home run. Okay, so we've got a picture of the insect. I want a picture of this. They are 4, each one assigned to an element. They protect their respective crystals. Okay, yeah, that's like the stereotypical JRPG setup, where you have the four crystals. For Postal Service, here we are. 5th version, 5. Like the fingers on a hand, their lungs produce primordial smoke. Yeah, that's gotta be what this is, right? That's my best guess. Trying to make sense of who potentially their god or creator could have been. Boom. I am getting beat up pretty hard here, I gotta say. Eat saturated string. Ow. And when it says string, I'm assuming, as I have mentioned at some point, these are like a lot of programming terms, like saturated string, converted string, expected bracket would be like the error it would throw if you didn't have a bracket where you were supposed to. So... I don't know why you're using a bunch of programming language, but you are. Okay. And yeah. This is how we got back over here. So let's see what this character has to say. Last version, there are but 2 in the secret zone. Huh? There are but 2 in the secret zone. So only 2 of these actually exist. At least here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. You have to help me, Alpha. Hit it with one of those. Yeah, these things don't mess around. Owie. Pain. Yeah, I can't run with courage. Run with courage is expensive. Okay, we do have a crit built up. And luckily I have enough, okay, that'll be enough to take you out. Ow, my CC! You jerk! Stop using spite on me. Get your Pokemon attacks out of here. Access to the secret elevator is, forbidden. Did I say secret? Understood. Well, good. Yeah, the reason I'm saying understood is, I might need to fight you, so, hey! Yeah, I'm gonna need access to that. Really? No, I think that's, impossible. Unless you have the code? Oh. No, that's not the code. Okay. Okay. So, I'm guessing the code was in all of those notes I just saw. Because there were 6 of them. There's 6 spots for the code. Okay. Let me swap to my other PC here. Let me swap to my other PC. And we are going to need to look at the, pictures I just took. I'm really glad I took pictures of them, or we would have been in a bad way right now. Alright. We'll be here. All the way at the bottom. I did get all 6. Okay, so first... So, I'm thinking it's... 6? Because there's... The first version, they lie 6 feet under, surrounded by hot metal and liquid plastic. Second version, they are 8, and they have long beards. Third version, a single big insect. Fourth version, 4. Fifth version, 5. Last version, 2. So it's 6, 8, 1, 4, 5, 2. I don't trust myself to remember that without writing it down, so I'm going to put it right here. So 6, 8, 1, 4, 5, 2. I believe it was 4, 5, 2. All right, so 6, 8, 1, 4, 5, 2. Cool. All right, you're gonna see a little pop up as my KVM switches back to this PC. Okay. Give a second for my controller to connect and everything. And we... Oh, God. Yeah, I run into this issue when I do this when I have a game up. When I switch with my KVM switch back to this, it'll do that. I actually don't even need my mouse over here. What am I doing? I'm controlling the game with my controller, so... We don't even need the mouse on here. Alright, hey, how you doing? Access the elevator? I must pass. I do. It is 681-452. 6, 8, 1, 4, 5, 2. The code, it is exactly correct. Huh, how? You must not pass. I don't want to die. Okay, yep. See, I knew this was going to happen. Luckily, you're just like one of these pretty easy enemies. The burnt out people. Owie. There we go. The battery leveled up. You can now use save second base. That's just a better heal. I'm going to Alma. It'll be nice. Yeah, get out of here. Whew. The question mark floor. Director's office. Well, I'm about to have a boss fight. So that looks like a good spot to save the game and end to me. Alright. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time for some more.